Your feet where you are seated, feeling your feet, if you're standing, feeling your feet, feeling your whole legs, feeling your perineum floor, bringing your awareness to your perineum floor at the base of your body, at the base chakra, just bringing your mind and your energy into your base for a moment. You're taking a breath. And out with a couple of sighs, yeah? Just allowing our energies to integrate, to settle after all that we have been activating so far today with information that has been shared, with the energies around the tree. And we ask that the energies that support this particular portal come into the space as benevolent frequency to just bring in spacious awareness into the energy field. So if we have traveled far, far away while we were listening to some of the presentations, to one of those particular star systems maybe, then we are just inviting our essence, our soul, our light back down through the central channel, through the crown, into the base of the body, into the base of the body. Coming back home to yourself now in your 3D physical vessel. Knowing that you have not given up or given away any of your starseed origins, you are simply coming back in and down to the physical, feeling your heart center in the middle of your chest, feeling your throat chakra, feeling your third eye in alignment, and then feeling all three connected to the base. And feel the base connected to the soles of the feet. And then take 2 or 3 cords of golden light down into the earth. And anchor it there around a beautiful emerald crystal of light. And that is where we will stay, anchored in Gaia as we do our question time. Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. So just coming back when you're ready. No worries.
Thanks for that, Michael.
No worries.
I needed it.
Me too. So I will just say that I will endeavour to answer questions as I am guided through spirit, and I can't promise to give you good answers or the answers you want, but I will do my very best, and please take with it, with what I say. If it resonates with you, if it doesn't, just leave it at the door when you leave. I am not attached to knowing everything or getting it right for you, if that doesn't feel like it's appropriate for you today. Yeah. So I leave it up to you, Michael.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. First question is from Marion.
So can someone sort of like, when you can I just see who they are? When
Yeah, no, they can ask the question.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Do you want to?
Well, I just
Sorry.
wondered,
Yeah.
all my life, my journey as a gypsy, I've moved at least 60 times in the last year or two, I move more frequently every 6 months. I'm following a place, and it sounds silly, but I feel as though it could be like Karoi places. I never thought of Karoi. Because I see this sea. As a child, I looked up into a tree. I saw 2 numbers, 54 and C. And I always wondered if I was ever going to stop travelling or whether I'm just going to keep moving, and that's my journey.
So what comes to the question would be that firstly, you have been very honoured in your life of travel, that you have taken to different places around the world and you have distributed your frequency, because that was part of your role, whether you're aware of it or not, was that you were to be imprint the grids, yeah, different areas, and that, but now it is your time, yeah, and you always have free will, of course, but there's an energy of settling coming in for you. I wouldn't like to say where that was, but there is a shift. Yeah, that's what I feel. And the shift will make you feel, when you find that place, that it's really home. Yeah, that it's really home.
Thank you, Michael. Next question's from Anna
Yeah.
from Malvern.
Yeah, hi Michael.
Hey.
I lost my only biological child to stillbirth 30 years ago, and in the first years I did feel him around me, and psychic people would report him, but that stopped. I'm just wondering, perhaps he's reincarnated.
Wow, that's a question.
I don't, well,
Let me just feel into what comes. I would say that he may or may not, I don't know whether he's reincarnated, but he specifically moved away so that you could move through the process of his passing, is what I hear. But he is still around. And and that he is, he still has an eye on you. Yeah, I don't feel like he has reincarnated, to be honest. I feel like he has let you be energetically. Is there a specific question to him, would you say?
oh well, the big question was why was it only a brief visit to me and then had to move on?
May I ask how he passed?
Stillbirth.
Okay, stillbirth. Okay, so that it wasn't the it was a contracted agreement, and that his energy was needed somewhere else, and it was also karmically to give you an experience this life, so that you could work with that.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else anyone wishes to say?
Next question? Have you
I'm
got
fine.
your answer?
That's,
Okay,
yes, thank
excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Next one is from me.
Oh.
I like to ask occasionally. Yeah, I was third in line. So, this is a question that I've seen on the internet with members of CCC all around Australia about whether Earth is flat, whether Earth is round. Is Earth toroidal like the UAP or UFOs I saw? Or is it round or flat, or whatever we perceive it to be? Is it our perception, or is there a definitive answer to that question?
I feel like the girls are better answering this one than me. Do you want to answer this one? Do you want to? I feel like, personally, I'll just quickly say that I feel like it's perception stuff, but you go.
Okay. Perception's a great answer. Let's leave it at that.
Okay. Do you want to answer anything? Yes.
I'll say something.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll channel stuff.
It's all of those. It's everything.
Yeah.
I see it as an accretion disk with a toroidal energy form. What we've been shown and told at schools over millennia are incorrect. Have led us on the wild goose chase on purpose because we have massive land mass on this wonderful planet. What we know is our Earth take up about 1/3 of it. There's another 2/3 at least, plus more below, and on it goes. It's an incredible experiential journey, and you can speak to Telosians about that too. They'll take you in, they'll show you as well. Those of you that are able to do that or willing.
Yeah. Also, agree. Perception is paramount, and also with what Heather was saying. The way that it's been shown to me is that the accretion disk has the toroidal energy flowing in and out of it, which gives you the impression through light refraction, etc., of it being a round ball. But what I also see is, again, in conjunction with what Heather was saying, is that more and more evidence has been leaked out with maps and things like that, which like US government agencies are using to map earthquakes, map the tectonic plate movement, etc., and other things. And their maps show this huge ice shelf where Antarctica is. But we're taught that Antarctica is a smaller island at the bottom of the world, but their maps actually show a huge ice mass that covers from bottom of South America all the way through to past New Zealand and back. So it really is huge. Also, I mean, the Telosians have spoken through me about how there are more lands beyond what we know, waiting to be discovered by us, but there are also other beings in those lands waiting for us to come out of our sleep state to resonate with them again and to be in community with them. So while we're not a flat earth, we're not a ball. It's more like, the way I see it is more like that, sort of like football shape, but flatter.
You mean a rugby ball?
Yeah, and then
like a spaceship, as we perceive it.
you know, and then you've got your beautiful, the beautiful toroidal energy that pulls everything in, and that also holds everything together. So perception is what we've been taught, but we've also got to realize that the agenda that we have around keeping us in a particular frame of thought is to stop us looking further out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks for that.
Thank you. So I would also, thank you for the beautiful information. I would also say, why did you ask the question?
Oh, there's in the group, the people post various things that are conflicting with what the usual. I'm confused, so that's why I wanted to ask the question.
The only reason I say it because I feel like talking from the point of view of discernment at the moment. There's so much stuff coming out all the time that and information that we have to really just stay in our truth. I feel at the moment, and there is and do our work. Yeah, different work for everybody, of course. Yeah.
You know, my painting's right behind you, and that's, you know, just answer the question about Earth, but the other planets, they're probably not how I painted them, basically.
Again, perception.
Yeah.
You know, you can take from the point of view of, we're all told the grass is green, but it could be bright yellow. But we're looking at it through a spectrum that they've filtered through, so it looks green to us. So we believe it's green.
Yeah.
You know, so we always have to go, as Michael's saying, you've got to go into the heart, you've got to go into your truth. So yeah.
Okay, thanks for your answer. Okay, Next question is from Louise.
It's from you, actually.
So,
Great, okay.
it's a different Louise.
Different Louise.
Louise is a dear friend and fellow Kiwi, that lives at Caloundra. She couldn't make it because of things that have happened to her this week. But she wanted me to ask the question anyway. She was looking up at Malini from Caloundra, and she saw a large, long, cigar-shaped ship. I said ship. She saw in between Caloundra and Malini on Friday, 28th of October. She wants to know which ET race was aboard. And
I don't think this is for me.
girls.
But
What was their purpose here on the Sunshine Coast? Because there's so many
I
craft
feel like
around.
there's so many at the moment.
Yeah.
Hard to know as you.
Would they be Cubans?
Whatever. I haven't heard that voice for some time. Welcome. So, what actually came to my mind when you spoke is that there are many that felt Palladian in energy, and that there are next 3 months feel like there's a lot going to happen, and in that they are closer. Yeah. Keeping an eye on plate shifting.
I've got a photograph of a cigar-shaped craft. I can show anybody that's interested later.
Oh, cool.
Next question is from Sharon. Sharon here?
Yes, she's.
Where is she?
Hey, Sharon.
Oh, there you are, Sharon. Oh, now I put the face to the name. You can ask the questions, because everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, that's it, thank you. I was hoping to see if you could get an answer from my father just in relation to how he feels. I mean, it's not in depth, but just a good or a bad feeling in relation to his sons. Like a disappointment or he was happy, basically.
Has he passed?
Yes, he has.
So what would the question be again?
See if he's happy or disappointed with his sons.
Well, you know, he says once the energy of that person transitions to free form, he holds no grudge. Yeah. So he says he feels free from binds and restrictions of his personality in the life he had on this earthly plane, and that he wishes everyone, including his son, to feel freedom. So he has no judgment or disappointment in him. He just wishes him well, and for him to have the experience he is having. Yeah. So that might not be a nice one, but there's a lot of love for him. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next question is from Louise and Heather.
Hello.
You know those two? The subject was timeline, so I'll let you ask the question yourself.
And it is for you and your team. Yeah, so we, like many other beings here at the moment, are aware that we create our own timeline, we create our own reality. However, we're also aware that there are various timelines playing out right here in this wonderful historical juncture. And I'd like some comment about what are the colliding timelines at this moment, and what does it truly mean? It seems like there's a point.
Okay, I'll try and just a small question. But, so, firstly, I'm just going to talk from my experience. Take it or leave it. You take what you will. So there are three. Yeah. There are three. We are immanent, in a shift. Doesn't mean it has to be terrible. But I feel 3 months. But also I've heard the time, many psychics over the last 2 years have given predictions, have given timelines, and then it hasn't happened. Yeah. So I'm just a disclaimer. Disclaimer is that if you're I feel if you're a multi-dimensional channel and you're connecting on different realms, sometimes the energy feels very strong that it's going to happen, and then boom, it drops out. So because it's happening on another realm. So my sense for what I'm getting told now is that 3 months there's several things that culminate to for a different course correction. It's not too late, they want you to know. It's not too late. It's close. It's not too late. Yeah? Yeah. Does that answer it though? Or is there a little more? But they say that you, especially you, my love, need to talk to your Palladian peeps. Now that you have the land, a lot more information is coming to you both. Yeah? You're wanting to come into you both now. Okay?
Thanks, Mom.
No worries, love. Okay. Hello, everybody else. Can you still hear me at the back, or have I faded into lack of yeah?
Is Doris here? Oh, there's Doris. Sorry.
Hey, Doris.
You wanted a question about a Canada trip that you're taking soon, very soon.
As you know, Michael, I've been back and forth 3 times, I guess, over the last 6 years. Actually sold my place in BC and just felt called to come to Australia. And amazingly enough, I snuck in February 2020, just before I really went work, and they just keep approving my visas ever since, so it's been pretty amazing. I've been able to stay. But yes, I am feeling like it's time. I'm actually flying out on November the 15th back to Canada. And
for a small trip or a longer trip?
It's a one-way, but I mean, I never plan. I go intuitively when I know it's time, I know. But I guess I'm just wondering if there's any insight or guidance into the next chapter.
I just on the follow on from the last question, it feels like there's something moving in the next little while. So I hear that it would be useful for you to go now, but definitely. Your energy is needed imprinting on the land, travel around, and I don't feel it's a long stay though. It's just preferable that because energies of disruption may come in different forms, that you do it now and then come back.
Yeah, I feel in my heart I'm meant to be back again. I've had
a
number of clairvoyants see me in Indigenous communities.
Definitely. So your team is saying through me that you are required here, but they want you to go back and experience your home while you can. And that you are very loved. Okay.
Thank you, Doris. The last question so far, unless anybody's thought of one more.
I've got one.
So next we have Lee sitting at my left.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
So my question is around a general and then specific question. So, for example, people who struggle with chronic fatigue, who are light workers, healers, creatives, which is me, I guess, is the reason that I have struggled with other allied health practitioners and healers, because I'm supposed to be healing myself. And is that the reason that the fatigue after 10 years has come back with a full vengeance? I know everyone's feeling a bit fatigued, but yeah.
So like, what comes to me is that this is partly to do with the past life purging out of your system that you're going through. It's also connected with your childhood and disappointment.
Yeah.
Majorly disappointed.
Oh yeah, majorly disappointed.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a frustration there.
Right.
Yeah, but I would talk to your cells. I would talk to your cells and say, I am willing to allow support in.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because somewhere, past life mainly, you have decided that you have to do it on your own.
Right.
It's not this lifetime, mainly, but it's coming in now for resolution.
Oh.
So,
hallelujah.
so we would say that this is not permanent. That take a breath. This is not permanent, and you are you have good healing to do with people. So so they say with love, get over yourself.
Yeah. I know I've been trying to.
No, when I say that, I mean get over your resistance to nourishment. Yeah. So let me work with your heart right now. So feel your heart space. Recognizing that we've known each other so many lives. Yeah. That we have been through very, very painful times together. We've and it's been really, really not so great to be on the earth. Yeah. Because it's a bit of a shit show. Yeah. But you know, we did decide to come back. Yeah. So let this energy of your home frequency through my sound reconnect you with an essence of your being. Ishangana iwara yandara kiata bereki korono koronoka elekatara yala oshka anna elkiele korokonoko shonoria shonoria shonoria. So it is time for you to recognize that you can. There's a possibility here that you can turn this around. There is a possibility that you can turn this around. That's all you have to have right now. Yeah? No worries, eh? So everybody take a little breath, yeah? Just feeling your feet, feeling your base. Coming back to your body, your own energy for a second. Yeah. And you, if there's anything else anyone wishes to share, that's cool. Yes.
Question.
And then,
When I was a kid, I had a blue lady come visit me.
oh yeah.
Didn't have a mouth. I never wondered about that.
Didn't have a mouth.
Didn't have a mouth. She used to talk to me. And I thought at the time, because I was a kid, that she was Mother Mary, but then now I've learnt about galactics. I'm thinking, was she galactic? Was she a spirit? She was very lovely.
We would say that she was galactic, but she was also Mother Mary. Yeah, the essence of that frequency in galactic form. Coming to you so you didn't make any decisions about the humanness of her. you just saw as something foreign. So the mind didn't attach to her as Mother Mary, and so that she could offer you something that you may not have been able to receive if she was in human form. So, and she is one of your primary teachers. So I would invest maybe some energy in getting reacquainted with her. The little dragon will help. The little dragon will help. Yeah. Okay. This person, and then right at the back, okay? Yeah. And also you, my love.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't forgotten.
That's all right. No.
So is that 3 more?
So where?
Yeah.
3 more.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Can I go first? Thanks, Michael.
Yeah.
I've had some unusual interactions with spacecraft or whatever you want to call it years ago, and I'm wondering if that's what bearing that has on my life as far as why that all happened, why I was missing time, and whether I was involved in any breeding programs, and also whether it's connected to the giant mothership that's been above my house for a few weeks.
Oh, there you go. So they are coming close because it's time for you to awaken to new information. They are bringing, so I would actually ask a direct telepathy communication between them if you wish.
I have been doing that, and then they just go round in circles, and then they stop, and then they disappear, and they come back.
So they say to you, just trust for now that this is part of the 3-month piece that's coming in, that they're in a bit of a like you know how the planes circle?
Yeah,
when
they only do it when they're low in the sky. Once they're up, they stay there and they just put out more beams. And the angles of the beams are really unusual, and I'm wondering what that means.
So the it is to help stabilize the field, because so that the Earth does not go into a traumatic timeline.
They were right next to the moon last night. They keep changing their orbit.
Because it's at this grid point right now where one of the timelines is that we don't continue the Earth, yeah? So, and everyone take a breath. Because that's not what I feel is going to happen. But they are resourcing and bringing in different frequencies to stabilize the grids, yeah? Because they're at tipping point.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the moon was actually last night, when they were right next to the moon, the glow for the moon was going sideways each way. Like nothing up and down, like it was just sideways.
So it's also there's a shifting happening with the energies that are sitting behind the moon.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would say that the people that own the moon have changed. Let's just leave it at that. And I'm not talking about Elon Musk. Anyway, carry on. So I'd love to hear from the lady at the back.
Yeah. Okay. How do I put it? It's about teleporting.
Teleporting?
Yeah. So you're here, then the next minute in no split time at all, you're somewhere else.
Like by location?
Not spiritually.
Oh, wow.
So how do you control it, and how do you make yourself aware that it's going to happen when you don't know when it's going to happen?
And is that your experience?
Yeah. Many times.
So very skilled, thank you. Very skilled.
Yeah, my children say I should carry my passport.
So,
yeah. You know, I could teleport out of the country, so what do I do?
So does it happen spontaneously without your...
Yeah,
your...
So every time it's happened, I've usually did it with someone else seeing it happen.
Yeah.
So I've got witnesses.
Yeah.
Remember in Sydney, Heather?
Yeah.
So she came on one with me.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Not aware though, is that?
Just after it, so then you're aware that you're in a different place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So your physical form actually bilocates, it's not just your light body? Your
That's my physical body.
Yeah. And then do you pop back to your original location?
No, I have to actually travel to get back to where
Wow. So all that comes when, as you talk about it, is that I would be asking your higher self or your guides to help you slow the process down. I feel like that if you start automatic writing about this, asking questions, they will give you answers that will help you fine-tune it. Because you're the one of the primary energies on this planet that can do this, yeah, so readily. So they're wanting you to now, because this is the way of the future, yeah. So but they want you to be able to master it. So talk to them energetically through your meditation, your higher self, your guides. Ask them to give you a rule book.
Oh, I've tried.
What's the resistance to that?
I just don't get any guidance on how to do it.
So ask them different questions. Ask them questions around how it happens, what is it about. Don't know, and say, can you slow the energetic process of it down so I can work out what is happening to my cells.
Okay. Can I ask one more question?
You may.
I've got a billion questions for you.
No.
I had a dream.
You did?
Years ago.
Yes.
We all dream.
Yes.
I told everyone about the dream, the being in the dream who I spoke to and everything else, and I did to turn in the car because I didn't actually like what she said.
Oh.
So I took off. But 4 days later, she appeared on my phone.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just wondering if you know who she is.
Oh my gosh,
She's out of my dream.
What do you feel who do you feel she is?
Yeah, but she was say something in the dream because I did a U-turn in the car, so I think she came back to show me side on.
She feels angelic.
She's definitely angelic.
Kana asha arre ane ile orga orgi ile shere go anna arka anna iano urukuno uruki batata arsh anna ale ikishki o orsh anna arki anna arka anna alaka. We would say that she would shandati kurku, that she is connected with the Elohim. The Elohim. So think of shundata nda arka, the golden seraphims. Yes. So higher dimensional, and they are able to be pure source creational light, and that is what you are made of, and that is why you can travel the way you can, and some of us can't.
Thank you.
Can I ask the lady a question?
Of course.
Do they give you a return fare or something if you end up somewhere? Do they give you a return fare?
When I teleport?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Can I ask for this lady, is there something, a trigger just prior to, is there a trigger? Is there something going on emotionally for you in the moment?
It's happened so many times that I've looked and looked and looked for like 50 years.
It's usually when you're driving though.
No, well no, it hasn't been, that's the thing. It was when I was driving, yeah. The first 2 times it's
There is something about your energy of that golden light that you hold in your frequency. The energy of that golden light has been, the part of it is that it is, you are dropped into different places to disseminate energy. Yeah? So I would be talking to your guides, your higher self, that energy. Can you give me more information about why you do it this way? Can I not just astrally direct energy? Yeah?
I enjoy doing that. I don't want to just stop.
Sure.
But I ended up in Brisbane 2 weeks ago.
Right. That's a cheap trip though, you know? Sure. So they sort of see that it is is inconvenient. And so then they would say, so really ask the questions, ask all questions and get really curious. Ask them to slow it down for you, see if there's a trigger point, and it's about slowing, what I hear mainly, it's about finding a way to slow the point where you go. Because and they say it's possible.
Yeah, well, you can slow time, so.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, and also to maybe get them to show you stuff in your dreams about how and why this happens to you particularly. Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
You're going to put Qantas out of business, my love.
No, I can't take that. Oh, I didn't get it to take that.
Have you got a frequent flyer?
Was there one last question that you can?
Sure.
Who was the last one?
It was just a personal question, not an overall question, about where I'm needing to move. I'm floating in somebody else's house, camping in someone else's house interimly, waiting for my new home to appear. And I'm really, maybe I'm being impatient, but I'd really like to know, because I know time is, our time anyway, our human time.
So, the place that you had that is right for you is not available quite yet.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It's also a lot of this is tied into this 3-month timeline as well. Yeah. So there's a lot going to happen in the next 3 months. I feel that will allow the space to become available. So if you can hang out for a little longer, it may not be the whole 3 months, but it's not long. It's just a little bit longer. And there's some reshuffling. About 3 different homes need to reshuffle, and then the place will appear. Yeah.
And can I extend on that? Is it is it on the range? Is it? I know it's not coastal, but is it on the range or is it further west? Do they have an indicator?
Like when you say that, I feel further west. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Last question, Michael?
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, sure.
Would you want another one or two? Or?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, we're running late, but that's okay.
A couple of times. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about the grand solar flash.
Oh yeah.
And which is, many are saying it's imminent, and and many people that I come across and work with are moving in and out. Some of them in dream state, in between this world and another world, the fifth dimension, so to speak. And different people are going through different ascension symptoms that I work with. Can we have any more information on this? Because there's been lots of talk about this, and I don't go by timelines because it's nothing set in stone.
Yeah, of course.
It's all divine timing.
Yes.
And I'd love to hear some more.
Okay, so in regards to the solar flash, if you will, I feel that isn't what's coming. I feel like that personally, it is they are staggering the influxes, so that's why we are having all the symptoms. That's why people are some people are passing, not just because of jibjabberoo, but because of also the solar at the same time. The light acceleration is agitating genetic predispositions is what I hear from people. So if they've had something laying dormant, as these solar codes activate us, some people are purging out this from their being. So that's why they may get some ascension symptoms or some slight illness or something, in regards to the solar stuff, I feel like it's ongoing. I feel it's ongoing amplification that's staggered. Sometimes there's big jumps. I think this week is pretty big with the lunar eclipse and the 11/11 portal. That this week feels pretty big. But I don't think my sense is that they've staggered it. But even so, the influx of the light, the solar energy, is making things unstable in the grids. Yeah.
So my understanding in the part of the universe where we're moving into is the solar day.
Yeah.
It's like the galactic day. For 2,000 years, and we've been in 10,000 years of darkness since the time of Atlantis, and we're moving into the photonic belt, which is we're just getting bombarded by photonic light constantly, which lasts for basically the time of the Aquarian age, which we're on the cusp of still moving into, which is bringing in all this light we've been affected by anyway. So
yeah, totally.
We're at the start of that. So
yeah.
What's it going to
but there will come a point where we are cellularly adjusted.
Yes.
Yeah, so that means that it won't be as taxing on the body, it won't be as exhausting, it won't be as frying. Yeah.
My understanding is like our DNA is getting upgraded. I mean, some of these children coming in are already upgraded.
Yeah.
Already coming in like that.
Yeah.
But we're also we're changing from that carbon-based to silica-based as well in our bodies.
Sure, and that's why there's so much exhaustion, detoxing, dietary changes going on in people, exercise routines needing to change for people, just because this solar light that's coming in is amplifying day by day. I think it's a day by day thing, really, and that's rather than one big flash. That's just what I sense anyway.
So the next 3 months, when you're saying the next 3 months.
So when I say the next 3 months, I feel is geopolitical. And also potentially some plate shifts. Doesn't mean it's horrendous. No, it just means that there's a few. It feels like there's a few things potentially happening at the same time that may just cause a little bit of disruption in the chain.
Yeah, a bit of turbulence.
Yeah, and so and it's not like, Armageddon, but but it is uncomfortable potentially at times.
What we came for, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so, but we are all situated here in a very, very highly charged field. And I'm talking about the Sunshine Coast, yeah? It is one of the few places that I feel, this is just what's coming through, is that we have been positioned here on purpose, whether we know it or not, so that we can hold space for what is coming, because this area will not be too impacted by changes, plate changes. Yeah.
One more?
Yeah, well, hello. Hello there.
So, I was just wondering if a small group of people can unconsciously, or consciously, but especially unconsciously, create a portal in their locality, their own personal space of a few metres, by just being together if they're sort of all elevated beings. Because I've had that happen once, and I didn't know whether it was already, that portal was already there, or
I feel
whether it's because we were together.
This is where we are to expect magic, yeah? That we are now in the era of magic. So do not put labels on whether it was the gathering that caused the portal or whether the portal was on the land. For it is it is now that we are to see things very differently. Because as the girl said, we've been told to look at things in a certain way, yeah, and even analyze in a certain way. So this energy of this Aquarian age is asking us to break down the structure, and that is part of the solar stuff that is happening. It is disrupting the neural pathways of the human consciousness, so that we are breaking free from our own cage, not just the matrix of the 3D, but also the personal neurobiology of our lineage. Yeah. So this month in general is a very deep month of detox, of your personal patterning, of your limitations, of your multidimensional trauma. All of that is getting a real shakeout. So don't buy the stories that come up in the next few weeks that you tell yourself about yourself. This is temporary, and we are just doing a really deep purge out, is what I hear. So, did that answer the question?
Yes?
I think we're done. Is there anybody else?
Quick one.
Oh, there's quick.
It's not a question, it's an observation about myself. Whenever I hear truth, or I'm in a more refined energetic gathering, such as this, listening, it's like an upwelling of tears, it's an overflowing, and it's not sadness, it's just a body response. I'm not clairaudient, clairvoyant, or I seem to have
But you're a deep feeler, my love.
a knowing, if you like. Am I a deep feeler?
You are, aren't you?
I think so.
So it's you know what? When you said it, I felt like, wow, she's coming home. Yeah. When you come to these gatherings, you feel like home.
Yeah.
It brings up emotion.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. It brings up emotion because you recognize true family. Yeah.
And thank you to each and every one of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, huge thank you to Mike and Rob.
Yes.
Ay. Oh, spilt the water. I'm getting emotional. I don't know what to say now. It's just each and every one of you should have been here today, and I went somewhere after being outside with all of you guys. The wind was getting stronger, the energy was getting more amazing. You were all amazing. Everything you said, everything was perfect. It doesn't matter how shy you were saying it, but you're all perfect. The energy here today is the 5th birthday of this group, which started with a few people sitting watching X-Files. So I think it's come a long way, Lizzie. Lizzie was one of the original, and Michelle, there she is, Michelle. There was Jürgen and Anna, but they do other things. Who else was here? Greg and Louise. Oh yeah, Louise was going to be here, but she's became unwell this week. But oh, Annie, of course. How could I forget the lovely Annie? So we all. I leave the most beautiful to last. Okay, but we sat around watching X-Files here because I had Foxtel, you know, all those luxury things I have here. So we all sat here and we all sort of discussed the X-Files, and some of them were pretty crap, but we liked the extraterrestrial ones, didn't we? More so. But I'm rabbiting on. But what I can say from today was the fifth birthday of this group happening. And most of you are dear friends. I call you my soul sisters because there's not many blokes around. We have Peter and we have the lovely Michael behind me. That's why I'm... Oh, Wayne Pooh! Yeah, right. I remember seeing Wayne in Calandra at those meetings. Who used to do it?
Yeah, that's how I found it out.
Begins with L. What's her name? Somebody tell me.
Paranormal.
What was it?
Paranormal.
Leah.
No, Leah was the lady that. So I was all nervous about, oh, should I start a group myself? And oh, I don't know what to do, and dithering around like an old chook. But so I've been teary for the last 15 minutes or something. I went somewhere when you were all doing your beautiful presentations. They're all different, but all perfect. None of them was any better than anybody else. It was just the whole group thing, and thank you to Dee. Whose brilliant idea that was, and I thought, great, I don't have to do much. So then she ropes me in slowly. Oh, can you do this? Can you print this? So of course, Dee, anything for you. I don't know if anybody knows about the story how I met Dee. I was working in the Permanent Art Gallery as the manager of the little shop there, and she just came in looking for a ring, and she saw this was it a Lyran type? Lemurian ring that she thought, what was that? She's telling me to get in front of the camera. Oh, I'm shy. I couldn't possibly. But anyway, we became great friends, and I invited her into my house for no other reason than she can have a spare bedroom. But so everybody knows what I am. I'm a beautiful light being. So everybody that's here today is meant to be here, as we know. And this is the biggest group ever. So for the 5th birthday, I thank you and congratulate you all for being here, send you much love. I'm getting teary, but that's quite normal. My voice is quivering. So we got all these beautiful ladies from across the ditch, and a few other ones from the ditch, across the ditch. But yeah, I just want to thank you for being here. Something happened to me when I was listening to you out there. I just went, I don't know, not fully out of body, but I went partially out of body. And I was just like elated, like an elation, nothing bad. I just felt, this is all going so smoothly. It's like, am I supposed to do anything now? You know, it's like, I've never had that before during a meeting. You know, I've had a few other things during meetings, but not that. So today is the 5th birthday of this group, which Michael behind me told me that, what did you tell me again? My brain's not working.
Which yes. About the group.
Why I'm supposed to be in this place with the mountain. I've had UFOs come out. I've got them on film to prove it to people because I'm that sort of person. I'm a Virgo, I can't help it. And so I've got video evidence of a craft coming from Mount Croy 3 weeks after I arrived. It was like, I was totally guided to be here, the ones that don't know me very well. And it was just like, and then I met all these beautiful light beings. Sorry?
Can I say one little thing?
Yes.
They just want you to know that something, while we were doing that out there, something very special was happening. The combination of everybody that was here today, when we were doing that piece out there, even though it looked like we were doing regular stuff and doing the exercise and talking about different Starseed groups, but it was, you were up, your other self was up on the ship. Yeah. And we anchored in so many different galactic frequencies through our beings. So they just want you to know that even though it's a lot sometimes to hold this group, that you are very honored for what you bring. Yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Yes, Leonardo?
I always get 1 minute, don't I?
Make sure you do, that's right.
It's been mentioned a couple of times today that people feel good, they feel elated, and that it's the company that we're in. We're all like-minded people, and I just saw a big beam of knowledge an experience. And when that turns into inner knowing, that's what makes everyone elated.
Thank you very much for that. I don't know what anybody else want to share their experience of what happened outside, or is it? I'm sure there's many of you had an elation or something.
Deeply peaceful. Deeply peaceful.
Because they're always here with us at every meeting, and I know it gives you goosebumps and that sort of thing. But I'm just a humble farmer's boy from England, you know, and grew up mucking the pigs out and stuff like that. Things have slightly changed since I got older. So, yeah, does anybody else want to have a closing?
Well, just some of us when we were outside heard the cat poo, but it sounded like a little alien voice and it just went, hello.
Oh, okay.
There's a few of us that kind of, looked at each other, and that's why we burst out laughing in case people were wondering why.
Yeah.
Something funny was going on.
Did anybody else go out of body, or did they go somewhere that's not normal? Like I felt. I was thought, oh, this meeting's going well. I don't have to do anything. Everybody's happy. They're doing it all for me.
Yeah, I thought we were all one.
Yes, it's an amazing group. I started it for a reason, obviously, and as I say, Lizzie is one. She's a very beautiful, divine being. And I'm glad she's come back to the group and shared her energy with us all. And I just love you all, and we're all one. And I came here for this reason.
We love you too, Michael.
I'm not going to blubber anymore. Okay. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to Dee for coming up with the concept. I thought, this could either go really well or it may not. But I put the faith out there, and I thought, well, they're going to be around watching and observing all of us. So everybody has been noticed that came here today. And it's a really, really special group. It's 5 years today. Well, sort of today. It's sort of November 5 years ago. I don't know the exact date anyway. We just started watching the X-Files shows, 5-6 of us. And 2 or 3 of them are here. Annie, Lizzie, Michelle, and yeah, so there's just amazing group developed from that. No thanks to me, I'm just here with a house, okay? And I'm very good at texting people, say, are you coming to the group? Let me know, yeah, as soon as possible. Yes, Wayne.
I was just wondering about some presents to be given out, some lucky door prizes and things.
Can I do the poem first?
Oh yeah. Oh yes, and he does the poem. Then there's prizes. We'll be here all night anyway, but it's okay. I've got plenty of bedrooms. But yeah, so I better wind this up. Yes, do the poem now.
Michael, the poem right now is perfect for what we're
Yes, okay. Oh, my knees. Not as young as I used to be.
Oh, you want me up front?
Yes, come on. Yes, everyone wants to see this beautiful Annie, one of the original.
Well, now I have my back to some people. I'll try and squeeze them here, so I'm not so with my back to you. Do you need the mic? No.
I'm here.
Yeah, there's mine. No, this is fine. I stand.
She shades her arms around.
Yes. Yeah, I have to just centre myself.
Oh yeah. Sorry, get you in the picture.
Okay.
I love that art in the background. Sorry.
Such a talented artist.
Love Michael, love Annie. Love you all.
Love you, Michael. Happy anniversary, CCC. It's number 5, and the group continues to thrive under the honourable guidance of Michael, our beloved host. We in our galactic family all give him a cosmic toast and much applause for persevering with this cosmic cause. We all continue our transformation, and this transition is aided by the high vibration and information generated by each interesting and wonderfully joyful gathering.
There is much galactic excitement around each event, with many light beings present with loving intent. We are all connected in our own divine right, each shining here as a cosmic light, and all are thanked for their participation and their valuable contribution. As we all reach beyond this niche, and now I've wandered off somewhere else, all are thanked for their valuable contribution here on beloved Earth, a beautiful planet of tremendous worth, held in high esteem by every galactic team represented here today. So yay to us, and let us trust in the cosmos as we process 2022 and move through to 2023, where we will continue to rise in the wondrous surprise that is unfolding with the energy we are holding as powerful beings of light, here to shine bright in an elevation of vibration, joyful and excited to be part of an ever-expanding galaxy. So, happy 5th anniversary CCC. Love and blessings, heart to each beautiful heart. Here at Karoi Cosmic Conversations. Let all enjoy the celebrations.
Okay, some of us are starving because I haven't been nibbling like some others, but it's okay. A huge thank you, first of all, to lovely Dee, who started us off under the tree. She says, I got this idea. And I said, oh, right, yeah, okay, yeah. We've been talking about that, yeah, that's good. So she did a brilliant job. It happened perfectly, and everybody who participated, which is pretty much all of you anyway, did a fantastic job with the presentations, and I went off, as Michael says.
Still are.
And I was looking down at you all thinking, oh, this is good. So I thank you, each and every one of you. I love you all. You've all brought so much to this meeting. 5 years. I don't know how it's been going that long, but anyway. I was only planning on 5 years.
It's your magnetism.
No, it's my destiny, I think. That's what they wanted. So that's good. Hello, it's me. So, huge thank you again to Dee, with a great sort of idea. Huge thank you to Michael, what's your last name? You, that's right. My mind is still out there.
Are you drunk?
I feel drunk, and I haven't drank alcohol for 16 years, but that's okay.
What did he bake?
So without further ado, a huge thank you to each and every one of you. Oh, we got a draw prize, forget about those. Okay. Better do it while you're all sitting down and not scoffing any food. Huh?
I think he's back nice to see you.
Don't go too far, you might have won a prize.
Okay, all thinking of good fortune and good luck.
Okay, we should get Michael or Dee or both to do one and then pull that. So here we are at bingo in Northern England. And the number is
2 fat ladies.
2 fat ladies.
No, it's Julie. And
Julie.
It's Julie. B02.
Where's Julie?
What's one prize?
Julie Blue. 02.
Is she gone? No.
Are you Julie? You won a prize, Julie. Don't go anywhere, love. You know. My northern accent's coming out now. So.
Do you want to show them where they are?
Sorry, I like to have a bit of fun. Yeah, we can. You can get. Oh, you don't. Yep. That's an extra prize, and those. That's not 3. That's 1. No. No, 3 separate prizes. Yeah.
Are you alright?
No, these are all prizes.
He's got a corner. We've lost him, have we?
Calm down. So his toes back into his feet. That's what I do.
Bring the prizes to the masses. Let's knock all these old skulls off here.
I love those colours together, you know. I love orange. And I like the
So you can pick randomly, they're not numbered or anything. I know. What the hell was I doing? Now these have been donated by lovely people here today. Got the name. Put your hand up and donated the pictures. Oh yeah, Catherine.
Oh no, they're not.
Yeah. It's not Paul. Peter. Oh, he's gone to the loo. Okay. Well, he's donated 2 prizes. A few others have donated prizes.
This was...
No. He's donated.
And remind me again who donated these. I'm terrible with names. Who donated the paintings? Lee. Oh, sorry, Lee. Shocking with names. I have been out to space, you know, during this.
You haven't completely come back.
No, I'm still floating. So you get. So Julie gets to choose what prize she wants. Oh, I've got one.
35.
Yeah, have you got a prize ticket?
When you came out? You did it back then, so you hit on them.
Oh, well, you have.
But that's all right. I didn't.
So Julie, come and choose a prize, please. Anything apart from Michael?
Not for sale.
I'll distract him so you can, you know, run off with one. So there's a big picture, there's 2 smaller pictures donated.
Anyone else miss out? Only one.
It's the name I called, rather. Number was Blue 29, so she came late.
Michael,
Yeah.
do you still want to film this?
Oh, probably not. But